started, let's go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe, click the bell so you can get everything that I'm putting out. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, so today we've got the Sunjoe and the Greenworks dethatchers. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at which one works better. Now, this isn't sponsored, this isn't anything like that. We're going to look at the Sunjoe, we're going to look at the Greenworks, and I'm going to compare all the different features on each of them and see which of them do better in my lawn. So if you look really closely, I've got a decent amount of thatch here that I need to get out of this backyard. I haven't ever hit the backyard with a dethatcher, and I figured today would be as good a day as any. The temperatures have stayed fairly cool, and I think that hitting the lawn with the dethatcher and the scarifier isn't really going to hurt it. It's going to be able to bounce right back. So let's look at the two that we have here. So the first one is the Greenworks, and basically this Greenworks is, I believe it's a 14-inch. And if we pull it up and look, you can see the Greenworks has these little spring-loaded tines, and those tines are what is going to be raking the grass and pulling out all that thatch. Now, the biggest difference that I've been able to see right off the bat is the Sunjoe comes with the tine dethatcher attachment, but it also comes with this scarifier attachment. I'm pretty excited to see what this sucker's gonna do. I've never used a scarifier or a slit seeder or whatever you want to call this, so I'm interested to see what this thing's actually gonna do to the lawn. One of the other differences that I like about this Sunjoe as compared to the Greenworks is the Sunjoe has the height adjustment right here. So if you look in close, it tells you +10, +5, 0, -5, and -10. Super easy to adjust. I'm not sure I can do it one-handed. I can't do it one-handed, but it's easier to adjust compared to this Greenworks. The Greenworks, it's right here on this wheel. So you adjust it here on the wheel on this side, and on the other side it's the same thing. And the Greenworks has 4 settings. I'm not 100% sure how accurate either one of these are, but we're gonna take them both out and take a look. Alright, so looking at each of these dethatchers, first impressions are they both feel super flimsy, super light. This is kind of wonky feeling. Yeah, they're both really lightweight, so I'm not 100% sure how well they're going to do. I know I've heard lots of people say that they love theirs, but having used a actual dethatching machine before a couple of times, I'm not convinced that these machines that are super light are going to do that good of a job. So what my plan is I'm going to do the Greenworks dethatcher on this half of my lawn, and then the Sunjoe on this half of my lawn, and we'll just kind of compare and contrast. All right, so let's get started. Alright, so check it out. The nice thing about this Sunjoe unit is, like I said, it has the scarifier. It also has this cartridge for dethatching. And to switch them out, literally all you have to do is undo these. I pre-loosen them. Undo these real quick. It lifts out and pops right out. And then the other cartridge, there's a little hex head right there that pops in there. You line it up over on this side, tighten it back down, and you're ready to go. Initial thoughts after using the scarifier and the dethatcher on the Sunjoe. As you can see, it does a pretty good job. It pulls out all kinds of stuff. The biggest issue, which you're gonna find, I think, on anything with a cord, obviously, is the cord. So if you're okay with dealing with cord management, I think the Sunjoe is a great option. Let's go ahead and let's look at this Greenworks, and then we will do a comparison. I just did like 10 passes with this Greenworks, and it just does not perform like the Sunjoe does. Maybe I should have used the Greenworks first and then used the Sunjoe. But let's look at this. Let's flip this around. Alright, so if you look right through here, there's a line. It may not show up great on camera, but I'll show you up close. But over here is the Sunjoe, and over here, all the way over to here, give or take, I went passes with the Greenworks. I even did right here where I did back and forth, and it says not to go backwards, but I found that that really pulls out a ton when you do it backwards. But look at this. The comparison is insane. If you look just right over here, you can see, here's the Sunjoe, here's a bunch of thatch that it's pulled out, big piles, and here is the line right here. There's the line over here where I made passes. I even went over some of these passes 2 and 3 times. There's really no comparison. I didn't know going into this which one I would like best, but I'm telling you, this Sunjoe seems to perform so much better. And I have them both on the lowest setting, so the Greenworks should be really digging into there, but it's just not really doing anything. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Sunjoe and I'm gonna go to town over here and just knock it all out with a Sunjoe so I can get a good deep dethatch. Check this out. Look how much grass or thatch was pulled out of that backyard. I didn't record the actual pulling it out because, as you can see, it's really windy right now. I just needed to get it done. But holy crap, that's a lot of thatch. Alright guys, so after using the Sunjoe and the Greenworks, let's talk about what I feel are the pros and cons of both of them. Starting with the Greenworks, it's super light, it's super easy to move around. I've seen tons of people using them in their yards and have had great success. I didn't have a ton of success in my yard. I'm not sure that I have a ton or had a ton of thatch back there. But really for me, it didn't do a ton for me. I didn't really see hardly anything getting pulled out with it. That's not to say that it doesn't work. Like I said, I've seen tons of videos of people that have used it and love them. But for me, the clear-cut winner of the better unit is the Sunjoe. And the Sunjoe, a couple reasons why I really liked the Sunjoe. Number one, the ability to switch from a scarifier or slice seeder to a dethatching unit is fantastic. Number two, the Sunjoe feels like it has way more power. When you move it back and forth, the Sunjoe feels like it's almost pulling you, where the Greenworks really just didn't feel like it was that powerful to me. The Sunjoe and the Greenworks, the big issue with them, obviously, they've got those stupid cords. I've never been a huge fan of corded tools, but they both work, and the Sunjoe works exceptionally well for what it is. You know, I think if you were trying to compare the Sunjoe or the Greenworks to a actual slit seeder or an actual dethatcher, obviously, in my opinion, it's not going to work as well. But if you're wanting something that you can pick up on Amazon or pick up on eBay and use and dethatch your yard a couple of times a year like I am, the Sunjoe is awesome for that. If I was to have to choose one or the other, obviously I would choose the Sunjoe. Again, this isn't sponsored, Sunjoe isn't paying me or anything like that. I purchased the Greenworks on my own, and the Sunjoe I borrowed from Pest and Lawn Jinja. So I think after using this, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy one of these Sunjoes myself. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. All that good stuff. Leave me a comment down below. If there's something that I didn't cover, feel free to let me know that I'm an idiot and that I missed something. I tried to be as thorough as possible. Tried to give these two a fair shake, and really it just came down to the Sunjoe being a better unit in my opinion.